not that tall. It's really off center. No. There we go. Hey girls and guys, so I know it's been a while. Actually no, because I've posted like what, a video every other week? I guess, I don't know, it's kind of been a while. Well, anyway, so I'm trying to get into making up like random videos. I don't know. I don't know. But today, this video is basically going to be talking about my first college audition for the musical that's coming up in January. And that's like a few months away, but still, I auditioned for it. But there's a whole story behind it. So this is kind of like a story time, but it's also just like talking about my experience with the whole audition thing. Well, first off, we did a show. We just like are finishing our play called Blithe Spirit, and it's been an amazing show, and I've been so happy working backstage and ushering and being asked by the designer himself to work like backstage last minute, and it was just like such a blessing to be able to be a part of the show, and the cast is so amazing and whatnot. I didn't audition for that show because I didn't feel ready to be jumping back into rehearsals when I'm just transitioning into college, so that's why I didn't audition for the show. And I know I don't want to be putting myself down, but I wouldn't have made it anyway because they were kind of looking for like the older, more experienced people for this show per se. But I know the audition would have still been good, but I didn't audition for that show. But it's been such a privilege working on the show. But anyway, that's that's in the past, and right now we're talking about the musical that's coming up. They're doing a show called what's it called? Oh, it's called Sunday in the Park with George. I don't really know much of what it's about. I just know that it's about a painting. Yeah, not smart for me to not know. Not smart of me to not know what the show's about. Anyway, well, there's gonna be a lot of cuts and splices in this video because I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, so for my school, they do like the first Friday, and they go out to dinner after the first show on a Friday. So they have like show Thursday, show Friday, Saturday, and so they'll go out to dinner on the first Friday of a show. And so we all went out to dinner on Friday. We were at dinner, and I knew there were auditions coming up, and because the auditions were on Monday, but I knew the auditions were coming up, and I was just like, I'm not going to audition. Why would I audition for a musical? Because I'm not a singer. Why would I audition for a musical? And plus, it also wasn't like a dance-based musical. And for most of you, you know I'm like a big dancer, and like dancing is what I love doing on top of acting. So yeah, so it's not a dance-based musical, so I didn't see a reason in auditioning it, especially since I can't sing well. And knowing that there's only 8 members in the cast, 8 male cast members, I knew auditioning, and if I made it, I would have to sing some solo part somewhere along the way, and I know that's just not gonna happen for me because I'm not that good of a singer. What had happened was that, finally getting back to that first Friday thing, at the first Friday, a few of the older theater people came up to me and were like, can you please audition for the musical? And I said, but I don't sing well. I don't really feel comfortable singing. And they were like, please, it's just like, there are 7 males auditioning right now, and there are 8 male characters in the play or in the musical, and if you audition, you would get in. And I'm just thinking like, well, why would I want to audition if I know I can't sing? They were just like, just audition, try it, just see what happens, yada yada yada. If you could please, we need another person, like it's an easy way to get in. And I'm like, okay, I'll think about it. And so I spent the weekend thinking about it. I knew I wasn't really gonna make it into the audition, so I was just like, well, I'm just gonna give it a chance. Plus I don't really like have any sheet music, and I'm not good with singing along with the piano. So I was just like, this is gonna be a really challenging audition. I spent Saturday and Sunday thinking about what am I gonna audition with, 90-second contemporary monologue and a minute of a song. I came up with my company binder, and y'all know what company is. We went to New York. We had a binder that had like monologues that we knew, sheet music that for songs that we can sing. And so I had brought that with me knowing that I would need it for like auditions. And there's also resumes in there, but that's beside the point. I was looking through my book and I was thinking like, I'm not comfortable going into this audition. And so I kept texting people. I was like, I have an audition, but I'm like really not, I'm not comfortable doing this song. And they're just like, oh, just go for it, just do it. We believe in you. Just like the worst that can happen is they say no. And I even texted my old theater teacher and I was like, there's an audition for the musical coming up, and a few of the older theater people asked me to do it. And she said, well, I believe in you. Go and do it. And I'm like, I know, but I understand that you believe in me, but I'm nervous that because I can't sing. And she's like, just do it. It's totally fine. I believe in you. And so I was like, okay, if she believes in me, then I guess it's worth a shot. So I took one of the monologues that I did last year, which apparently was contemporary, so I used it. I used that monologue that I used last year. And then for my song, I was like, well, the only song I really have is I Can Do That from the chorus line. And I'm just like, I'm so tired of that song. I sang it too many times last year because that was my solo song for our company cabaret fundraiser. And so I was just like, I'm so tired of that song. But that's the only song I've done with piano. And that's the only song that I have, that wasn't the only song I have sheet music for. But I'm just like, I'm so tired of that song. Like, I'm so annoyed with it. I can't express how much I'm annoyed with it. And then I was practicing with the song, and I was just like, oh, well, what's another song I could just perhaps sing? And so I was like looking at my musical theater playlist, and I was like, oh, Moulin Rouge, El Tango de Roxanne. There's a good part, a good strong part in it that I could sing, and I think it's about a minute long. And so I found sheet music for it, and I was trying it with the piano on the iPad because that's effective. But then like after like an hour of rehearsal, I'm like, what am I doing? This is not gonna work out. Like, yikes. So I went back to I Can Do That from a chorus line, and I was like, I hate this song so much. But then at the same time, I'm just like, this song, I'm just really comfortable with this song, so why not? And so on Sunday night, I put my name on the audition sheet, and I counted how many males there were on the sign-up list, and there were 7. And when I put my name down, that made me 8. And I was like, okay, 8 people. Here goes nothing. So on Monday, the day of the auditions, I was prepping, I was practicing everything, this and that. And then I was talking to one of the other people that was auditioning, and she was like, oh, there's 10 males trying out. And I'm like, why did I put my name? Can I go and cross my name off now? Like, why would I want to go and embarrass myself in front of the judging casting panel if I know there's definitely someone else who can take my spot? And I'm just discouraging myself because I know there's someone better at singing than me. And so I was just like, I mean, it's too late. The sign-up list is probably already taken down, so there's no point in me going back and crossing off my name. So I was just like, okay, I'll just go into the audition. And so I went to the audition, and I signed in and whatnot. And then when it came to I wasn't nervous. I was just nervous. The main casting person knew me, or kind of knows me already. So when it was my turn, he was like, oh, hi Daniel, how's it going? I'm like, I'm going good. And he's like, well, here's the piano person, go feel free to converse with them. And I'm like, okay. So I went over and I said, this is a song I'm doing. And he's like, oh, and he tested it out, and I'm like, that tempo is perfect. And I'm just like, I haven't done this song on piano enough times to like, I'm like, but I know you're good. I know that you can keep up with me or fix me in any means necessary. And he was like, okay. And I was like, thank you so much for doing this. And so I went and I did my monologue, and in my monologue I messed up a few sentences. I didn't like forget sentences, I just like rearranged them, but I still did it in a way in which I was confident in myself. Like, I knew I messed up, but I got over it and I was confident in my monologue. But that's just my monologue, so that's something I'm more comfortable with than my singing. So I was just like, okay. And so then when it came time for the song, I did the song, but I Can Do That is such a weird song that kind of like 20 seconds of singing and then like 30 seconds of music, and then another 15 seconds of singing and then 30 seconds of music or instrument. I did the first chorus, and then there was just like this awkward musical gap where there's just the piano playing, and I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? And so I did a little tap thing. I had fun with the audition. I just knew I had to be happy with myself at the audition, just because I didn't want it to discourage me in any way. And so I did my little tap thing, and then I sang the next chorus, and then I ended the song, and I said thank you, and I got my stuff. I thanked the piano person, and then I left. And I went to one of my friends, and they were like, oh, how'd it go? And I was like, I hate this song so much, but whenever I do it, I feel free. Like, something about the song makes me feel free. I knew I wasn't the best singer, and so I knew what to expect. I knew there was going to be other people that were better than me, and so I left the audition happy. I was content with how I felt. I knew that I knew I'm not that good of a singer, so I just left not being discouraged. I was happy, and plus it's more about the experience than actually getting it, because why would I let me not being able to sing ruin the audition experience? I know I'm not a good singer. It's just that the experience is more important than actually making it. So I left the audition, and the next day I texted my theater teacher, and I was like, I think I texted her after the callback list came out, and I told her I didn't get a callback, but I was very content with my audition, and I was happy that I still did it. And even now, I'm still happy I went and did that audition, because otherwise I would be like, well, what am I supposed to do? It's more about that the director, the panel casting people know that I took the shot and that I'm willing to go out and sing for them, even though I know I'm not that good of a singer, and I know now they know that I'm not that good of a singer. But because I went to the audition, I think they know that I'm willing to try to get better, and so I think that's the better outcome than actually getting into the show. That's just my experience. I know other people have different experiences, but just me personally, I'm very happy with the fact that I went to the audition. I'm content with not making it. I'm really happy I'm happy with my audition. My audition went well, for me at least. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about my first college audition and my thoughts on it and my experience, and so that's that. Yeah, totally. So I don't really know what else to say, but I know there's gonna be other videos coming your way because I have a lot to talk about, I think. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like, favorite, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye.